Hello, hello. We're about to go on a big boy rampage today, right? A big boy rampage. Nothing negative. Nothing negative at all. But I've come to the realization, right? That there's a lot of people that have so much misunderstanding about understanding. To have acceptance for understanding doesn't mean to understand. It means to accept something that you may not understand. Something that may seem like it don't make sense to you because it doesn't align with the way you experience things, the way you've experienced things, the way you understand things, right? I've been in this situation more than once. I think I've been on the receiving end a few times, but I'm pretty sure I've been on the giving end too. I can't pinpoint a situation. I haven't really given it that much thought just now because obviously this is a completely random conversation I decided to have. But once upon a time, I was told, or I say once upon a time, more than once upon a time. Once upon many times, I've been told, and generally, not saying it is this, but generally, it has been a female telling me this outcome. And I never really understood what the big deal is, right? And to be honest with you, I think it's very dependent on each individual situation, right? But when your partner, and I'm gonna go with relationship wise, romantic relationship wise, and I'm very certain this can be put onto every other type of relationship because it's just about understanding one another. When someone you care for comes to you and shares something with you they're not comfortable with, and you care for them, right? So you care that they're not comfortable with it, and you want to understand why they're not comfortable with it, because you want them to be good, you want them to be happy, you want them to be comfortable. You don't want to cause no distress. You don't want to, mess with their vibe, right? You want their vibe to be high, good. Well, what if you don't understand the way that they perceive it? Do you keep talking with them? Do you keep trying to understand what it is that they're sharing with you so that you can do the thing that makes them more comfortable, but only on the terms that you understand why they asked for it? To have understanding is to understand that some people are uncomfortable with certain things that you may not be, and you may not understand why, and you may disagree. But if that person is important to you and you care for them, I urge you to have understanding in understanding. Let it be what it is and offer what you choose to offer. It doesn't mean allow someone to control your behavior or your decisions or how you are, how you be, and what you do in your life. It's just hold space for them, understand where they're coming from, and give willingly. Offer. An example I can give that may clarify what I actually mean is I've heard it more than once. When you ask for something and they do it, it doesn't hold the same meaning. Let me say it again. When somebody asks you for something that they have already clarified they're uncomfortable with, and you didn't have the understanding and the willingness to be open with that, and they have to ask you over and over again, or convince you, or show you why it's right that you do it that way, for them, what you unconsciously do for them is you give them a reason to trust you less. Because if them feeling uncomfortable, if them feeling like there's a struggle for themselves based on the interaction with you, and instead of you respecting that and giving them that space, or that change in how you articulate, or that intention of being willing and loving for the person that you care for, well, you break their trust, because they had to convince you to do the thing that helps them, that supports them, that helps them navigate. Now, I'm not talking about enabling someone with their traumas that they haven't dealt with and are not willing to. I'm talking about the person that knows who they are, the person that knows their morals and what is right for them. When they can share with you with clarity, this makes me uncomfortable because of this, because of that, because of this, and because of that. This is how I see it, and this is what I would like in my life. And instead of you respecting and understanding them, even if you don't understand them in their perspective, and you make it feel like they have to keep asking and convince you of this change that you're apparently so willing to make because you care for this person, the compromises that you're open to having, right? If you're not open to having those compromises until you have your clarification, it's like asking someone to do the same thing over and over and over again, and each time you ask, the meaning behind them finally doing it becomes less meaningful, less intentional, and less valuable for that person that's experiencing that on the receiving end, because you had to justify everything before it was a good enough answer for the person to respect your truth. I've done this myself, and you can do this unintentionally, and you can do this with the most beautiful intentions as well. I've done it. I have done it. I know I've done it. And I have experienced it. And I get it. I understand why it's hard to trust an individual that you have to explain everything to. And you know what else? It's even more wonderful when you're able to explain to each other and hold space for each other and respect each other, even if you don't understand each other, without feeling like you're trying to convince or explain why it should be done in a specific way. You just share the way that you prefer it, the way you would like it, and the other person should respect it and can have questions, and you should be willing to share everything you need for that person to completely understand you, but not so that they choose to do it, because the fact that it makes you uncomfortable should be a good enough reason for them to consider this. I wanted to do this video because I've experienced it, and I know other people experience it, and I know you can look at everything. Look, you can look at this situation from all different perspectives. You can look at every situation from all different perspectives. And I keep seeing this thing, people talking about, yeah, but it could have been different. Yeah, but it could have been like this. Yeah, but it could have been like that. Yeah, but it could go like this. It could go like that. And you know what I found? The people, including myself, that look at the world from the lens of it could have been like this or it could have been like that, they're not accepting what it actually was. Did you make a mistake? Yes, okay. Apologize, rectify it. Don't do that mistake again. Did you do something well? Great, amazing, wonderful. Be grateful that you navigated it in the best of your abilities and continue to do so. Don't change your circumstances to fit a reality that you're not living, because that reality may seem better or it may seem scary, right? But the one you're currently living in right now is the only one you need to focus on, because it's the only one that's real. And when you look at your truth, your real experience of life, and you can navigate it to the best of your abilities, and this does not mean you're perfect. This doesn't mean you'll do everything right. We're not perfect. We're imperfect. And we should be perfect in that imperfection. I found myself a lot of my life questioning, why did I do this? Why did I do that? I could have done it this way. I could have done it that way, right? I know there's millions of people out there that do this, and there's millions of people that don't, I hope. But if you hold yourself accountable for every mistake that you did, from the perspective of, I messed up, you're reinforcing a perspective onto yourself, a belief onto yourself that you do things wrong and it's not okay. That you made a mistake and it's not okay to make mistakes. It is. I'm telling you, it is. It's okay to make mistakes. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to do everything right. Do the best with what you have. And everything you do, do it consciously. If you make a mistake unconsciously, if you look at that mistake consciously, you can navigate your way through it. Find a way to do it in a way that you don't feel you made a mistake in the future, and forgive the situation. Forgive yourself. Have the acceptance for yourself that you are not perfect and you don't need to be perfect. You really don't need to be perfect, because you know what? Nobody is. We're here from one perspective to have self-realization. What does it mean? It means to realize the self, and to really realize the self, you have to accept and understand that the self is not perfect. The self is the ego. The self is the body. The self is the mind. The self is the emotions. The self is the experiences we've had. The self is the way that we navigate those experiences. The self is the way we present ourselves and we hold ourselves accountable. So hold yourself accountable, of course, but in a beautiful way. Not in a way to put yourself down, not in a way to break apart the flaws within yourself. Accept the flaws and readjust them. Oh, I made a mistake here. Damn, okay, cool. No worries, it's fine. I can change this. How can I change it? It's okay to make mistakes. So, I found myself in so many different predicaments. And the world is The world is a wonderful place of wonderful opportunities for self-realization, because existence itself is based on self-realization, self-expression. We exist to exist. We exist to experience. We exist to express. I don't know about you, but I've really learned to navigate the world in a way that you don't become it, even though you are it. You don't react to it, even if it reacts to you. You don't judge it, even if it judges you. You accept it, even if it doesn't accept you. You're grateful for it, even if it's not grateful for you. And you love it. But you love it because that's who you are. So it doesn't matter if it doesn't love you. And if you can apply those perspectives, those concepts to everything you walk through in life, I promise you, you will have more acceptance for so much. And it's not a click of a finger overnight, but it's learning to have those levels of acceptance and those perspectives to really accept what's happened, what's happening, and what will happen, and allow it to just be what it is, without trying to force it or control it. Or so just like I said, give all of those things and don't need any of it in return. And that's when you give yourself willingly, lovingly, openly, honestly to everything, no matter how it responds, it reacts, it expresses. You know why? Because you're living your truth. And everything else is also living its truth. And you have to learn to accept the truth for what it is. Allow reality to show you what it's showing you, and don't try and change reality to fit the world you would prefer to live in. Just create the world within yourself that you wish to live, and don't worry about the world outside of you. And if I'm right about anything to do with energy, that stuff will eventually come and match your resonance. So people, thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you in all your beauty, in all your flaws, in all your traumas, in all your everything that you have. Just be it, live it, and bring awareness to it. And that awareness that you bring to it will help you navigate it in ways that is more freeing for yourself. And love, peace, positive intentions, gratitude to the highest, acceptance to the fullest, to everyone that did listen, that didn't listen, that has no idea of my existence, that knows of my existence and despises it, that knows of my existence and is grateful for it. I am everything and nothing all at once, and I'm the spaces in between too. And if that's who I am, and I am me and I am you, and you are you and you are me, because everything is interconnected and it's a world of unity, then Me knowing me this deeply, is me holding space for myself to live it more freely. And that doesn't mean I'm perfect and there's no problems or there's no struggles. It means I know myself. I know myself enough to navigate myself through life. I navigate life in the way that feels aligned to my truth because I know myself. I know myself inside and out. And I know myself inside and out enough to know that there's more of myself that I do not know yet. But I'm going to walk through life with the awareness to learn it, know it, and navigate it with the tools that I have developed within myself. And everything I share, it's not to say I know this or I know that. It's to say these are tools that have helped me. These are the ways that they have helped me. And these are the ways that I'll continue to use them. And if you find value in it, if it resonates with you at all, or even if you just feel like there's something in it that you're curious about, just explore it for yourself and see what's true for you. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for being here for you. Because you sitting here watching and listening is giving your intention to this moment, to this expression, to this understanding, and I offer it to you with the most purest of expressions that you could possibly ask for. So I ask that you're willing to receive with the most purest intention you can receive with. Not for me, but for you. I don't want nothing out of this. This is not for me. This isn't for me. I mean, it is for me because it's my realizations, it's my understandings, it's my perspectives of myself, my experiences. Like what I'm saying right now, this is off the top of the head. Like I have not thought about this. I have not manufactured this. This is just an expression of self-exploration, of experience, of understanding, of navigating. And understanding is personal and individual. Like they say, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Wisdom is in the eye of the receiver. I'm not saying I'm full of wisdom. I'm saying I'm full of experience and I'm willing to express it authentically, honestly, vulnerably, enough in a way that people can see it and extract what they choose to, just like they're supposed to with, certain texts throughout the world. There's books all over the place, and it's everyone explaining from their perspective of what they understood and how they navigated and what they navigated. The point is to take the wisdom from those experiences, not live by those experiences. So find for yourself what is real for you and go and live it. Because what's real for you is the only thing that matters. Don't forget to be open and receptive to hearing other people's truth, even if you don't understand it, and still respect and love and offer that space for them if that's who you are. Thank you.